The remote job market has exploded, but most people are fighting for the same daytime positions. Meanwhile, nighttime remote jobs often pay premium rates and they have less competition. Plus, in many cases, you might be able to travel to other parts of the world where it's not even a nighttime remote job anymore. But these jobs and positions are rarely talked about. So whether you're naturally a night owl, need flexibility for other commitments during the day, or you simply want to maximize your earning potential, these opportunities could be perfect for you. And I've researched actual job postings and salary data to bring you the real opportunities that are the best out there, not just theory. Plus, I'll share the specific night shift advantages and challenges for each position. Now, by the way, if you're interested in landing these premium night remote jobs, I've created a system specifically designed for securing after-hours positions. And you'll get step-by-step guidance on tailoring your resume for night roles, highlighting transferable skills, and nailing interviews where employers are desperate to fill these shifts. And it's all completely free. And that's one thing I do on this channel. I don't sell any information. I give all the sauce away completely free. The only thing I sell is products and services that will help you to implement the information. So the link to that will be in the description and the pinned comment below. Now, let's talk about the first overlooked night remote job with premium pay, and that is a fraud strategy and prevention associate. So what does this job actually involve? Well, you'll be the financial watchdog monitoring transactions for suspicious activity in real time. And when the system flags potential fraud, you'll investigate the patterns, make decisions about whether to block transactions, and implement security protocols during high-risk periods. And your main responsibilities include reviewing flagged transactions, analyzing unusual spending patterns, coordinating with banks and credit card companies when fraud is detected, and documenting cases for possible legal action. And companies like CardWorks explicitly state that they're looking for evening and night shift work in their job postings, including weekend coverage. And night shift advantages specific to this role are that financial institutions often pay premium rates for night coverage, fraud attempts frequently increase during overnight hours when monitoring might be reduced, you'll handle more autonomous decision-making with fewer managers present, and the workload can be more focused on actual fraud cases rather than routine tasks. Some of the night shift challenges are that you'll need to stay extremely alert, analyzing transaction patterns when your body naturally wants to rest. In some cases, weekend shifts, specifically Saturdays, are required at companies like CardWorks, but qualifications typically focus on analytical skills and attention to detail rather than advanced degrees, making this accessible to career changers with the right mindset. Now, if you want to excel in fraud prevention or similar data-intensive roles, I highly recommend Coursera's Data Analytics course. This program teaches you how to identify patterns and anomalies in large data sets, exactly what employers are looking for in these positions. So check the link in the description and the pinned comment below to explore this option. So yeah, this one fits perfectly with the night shift. It's also one of those things that cannot be automated, and typically they are going to hire Americans, so it's safe when it comes to outsourcing. I like this one a lot. It's going to be an 8.5 out of 10 opportunity score. The second overlooked night remote job is a compliance specialist. Now, what does this job actually involve? You'll be ensuring that organizations follow all the rules and regulations in their industry. And for companies like the Collaborative for Children and Families, or CCF, you'll be auditing case records, reviewing service delivery, and making sure everything meets legal standards. Specifically, you'll conduct systematic monitoring and evaluations, but you'll also compile data from case record reviews to identify trends, prepare status reports on program performance, and generate compliance records from multiple systems. And you'll also be investigating audit findings and recommending corrective actions when deficiencies are found. Now, according to Glassdoor data included in our research, compliance specialists earn between $60,000 and $114,000 a year, with a median total pay of $86,000. And organizations like the CCF hire remote quality and compliance specialists with night shifts as needed, offering $25 to $30 per hour. Now let's talk about some night shift advantages specific to compliance. First, you'll monitor systems when regulatory violations or security breaches often occur. After-hours compliance monitoring means less disruption to business operations. Quieter periods allow for deeper analysis of compliance data, and many compliance issues require cross-time zone coordination. Now let's talk about some night shift challenges. You'll need to make critical compliance decisions with less immediate support. Staying current on regulations while working opposite hours of training sessions can be difficult. And in this particular job posting for the CCF, it specifically states that night and weekend may be required. So obviously night shift is fine, but the weekend part may or may not appeal to you. Now, because this involves compliance, typically they are going to have to hire Americans for the role or people from the country that you're in, and it's not something that can be automated with AI. So this is a very safe job. Parts of the job may be automated or streamlined, but overall the job is safe. And it's something where it makes a whole lot of sense to do it at night. So I really like this one, and it's obvious that it works great for the night shift, and it's also safe when it comes to AI. So I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 opportunity score. The third night shift remote job with premium pay is visual interpreter. Now, what does this job actually involve? Well, visual interpreters provide live, real-time assistance to blind or low vision individuals through video calls. So when someone needs help identifying something they can't see, you'll connect through their smartphone camera and describe exactly what's in front of them. And your task could include reading labels on medication bottles, helping navigate unfamiliar environments, identifying colors of objects, reading mail or computer screens, and providing detailed descriptions that allow the person to make informed decisions independently. And this is one of the most unique remote opportunities that I've found. And companies like Aira hire visual interpreters to assist blind or low vision individuals by describing what the interpreter sees. And they typically do this through the client's smartphone camera. Now, according to Aira's actual job posting, they pay a base rate of $21 per hour with specific night shift premiums. So for instance, plus $1 for swing shift, plus $2 for night shift, and plus $3 for weekends. And they have opportunities for advancement. So there are a lot of night shift advantages specific to visual interpretation. For one, emergency assistance calls often increase during evening hours. Also, night shift visual assistance tends to involve more critical tasks like medication reading or travel support, and there are fewer distractions in your environment, which allows for better concentration. Plus, the different pay structure directly rewards night shift work. But when it comes to the night shift challenges, you'll need to maintain high verbal description accuracy when naturally tired. For this particular company, you need a minimum of 60 hours of weekly availability with at least 35 hours worked per week, and you're required to work in blocks of 10 hours at a time. Now, the qualifications are accessible: high school diploma or GED, strong communication skills, and comfort with technology. And Aira provides their own training and certification. Now, this is something I've said many times on the channel, and I see a lot of doomers in the comments section, people that think AI is just completely disrupting everything and they're never going to have any jobs again. And if you study history, you've seen every single time there's a technological advancement, for instance, the industrial age, yes, it eliminates a lot of jobs. Before the industrial age, almost everyone worked on farms. Then the industrial age happened, it completely disrupted farm work, but it created tons of jobs in other areas. Then fast forward 50 to 100 years, we started having a lot of technology come out. And instead of having to send a letter, you could call someone or email them. And so there are tons of jobs that were disrupted from technology. But what happened? More jobs popped up. And that's the same exact thing that's going to happen with AI. Yes, there are going to be many jobs that are disrupted, but many other jobs are going to pop up. And I'm going to keep you up to date on those jobs on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. And I love companies like Aira that are providing services like this. And I think there's going to be many other jobs that are going to pop up that are similar to this, where you help people that are blind or you remotely assist people who are older. And so there's going to be many jobs popping up in the medical field that are remote, but I think also just customer service or service in general, but providing it in a remote setting is going to get bigger and bigger. Because a lot of these types of jobs, they want to be able to communicate with another human being, right? There's always that human to human connection that people crave. I think that's one of the biggest reasons that YouTube, social media in general, and platforms like Twitch are so big, is because people get that human to human connection from them. And I think there's going to be a lot more service-based jobs that, yeah, even if AI could technically help with all these jobs, it's different than having that human connection where you can talk with another human being, talk about your emotions, etc., and know that there's another human being that has emotions and thoughts and feelings that can communicate back with you, right? So I think we're going to see a massive rise in solving the problem of loneliness in the next 10 years, since AI is disrupting a lot of industries. And loneliness is a problem right now that's worse than it's ever been in all of human history. So yeah, I think this is a great job. I really love what this company is doing too. I featured them a couple times on the channel. And yeah, I'll give this one a 9 out of 10 opportunity score. But also look into companies that are similar to this too, because I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities popping up. All right, number 4 is a donor support coordinator. So you can probably guess what this is. There might be someone who needs a kidney or they need bone marrow, and you are in charge of facilitating that, finding someone who can donate it, and then finding the person who needs it and facilitating that connection. And you might notice something here, that a lot of the jobs that I've been talking about on the channel lately are jobs that involve a lot of human to human interaction. And there's a reason for that. I want to cover these types of jobs that are basically AI proof and they're outsourcing proof, because these are the types of careers that are going to be safe no matter what. And in this position, you'll be the behind the scenes facilitator, making sure that donations are properly processed and recorded and acknowledged. And for organizations like the Catholic Community Foundation or CCF, you'll handle everything from gift entry to donor stewardship. And your daily responsibilities include making gift entries and deposits, checks, credit cards, online gifts, coordinating stock and mutual fund gifts with banks, preparing thank you letters and tax receipts, maintaining donor databases, and organizing donor stewardship efforts, including special events and publications. And you'll also assist with donor inquiries about gifts and pledges, and work with accounting on reconciliations. Now, the CCF of WC Southwest Ohio specifically advertises that their remote donor support coordinator position, and they advertise it with evenings as needed in their job posting. And there's a lot of jobs like this for this role where they're going to need you to work in the evenings or at night. And this position pays $20 to $30 per hour and operates on a flexible schedule to accommodate workflows. Now, there's a lot of night shift advantages in donor relations. First of all, after hours provides uninterrupted time for database management and thank you letter writing. Also, evening hours may align better with donor availability for calls. Special events requiring support often happen in the evenings, and the position offers flexible scheduling around evening requirements. But let's talk about some challenges. You'll occasionally need to attend in-person evening events within the region. You must have valid driver's license for local travel to events, and this position requires a high school diploma. So you might be thinking, Shane, why did you tell me about this one even though it's not fully remote and you're going to have to attend events occasionally? Well, there's actually a lot of positions like this that very likely are available in your area. And as long as you're okay with occasionally attending these events, once every few months, for instance, this can be a really good opportunity for you. Plus, it's outsourcing proof, right? Because of the fact that you have to occasionally attend events, that gives you a supply and demand advantage. And this is obviously a type of position that is completely AI proof. There are aspects of the position that can be taken care of with AI, but at the end of the day, you cannot replace the tender, loving care of human connection. So yeah, really like this one. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7.5 out of 10 opportunity score. I give it a little bit lower rating just because of the fact that you do have to be in person once in a while. Next is an influencer manager. Now, what does this job actually involve? Well, you'll be recruiting, coordinating, and managing relationships with social media influencers to promote products or services. And I myself have an influencer manager, and I've worked with many influencer managers as well. Now, for this particular role, there's a company called Ecotail Pets, and you'll be responsible for finding the right influencers to showcase pet products. Now, believe it or not, the pet industry is a massive industry, and your key responsibilities here include developing influencer marketing strategies, conducting research to identify potential influencers that align with brand values, managing relationships with influencers, including negotiating contracts, monitoring campaign performance, analyzing metrics to optimize future campaigns, and preparing budgets and reports to track ROI on influencer partnerships. And companies like Ecotail Pets list remote influencer manager positions with explicit night shift options, paying between $2,000 and $4,500 per week, according to their job posting. Now, this is one of those positions where you kind of kill what you eat, right? So you have to reach out to people and you have to get them to actually promote your products, and you have to negotiate the rates. And as with many of the positions I talk about on this channel, it's AI and outsourcing proof because of the fact that you have to maintain that personal relationship with people. Now let's talk about the night shift advantages in influencer management. First of all, social media engagement often peaks during evening hours. Night shift allows real-time management of influencers in different time zones. Content performance analysis is more efficient during off-peak platform usage. And many influencer-driven campaigns launch during evening prime time. Now let's talk about night shift challenges. You'll need to adapt to an always-on social media environment. The schedules indicate 12-hour shifts may be required. You must respond quickly to potential PR issues that arise overnight. So this position and many positions like it focus on recruiting and managing influencers to promote products. So you basically have to get really good at reaching out to people. And the compensation is partially tied to performance, which offers significant upside potential, but also puts a lot of pressure on you. So it's not going to be for everyone. You definitely have to be good at reaching out to people and maintaining relationships and also networking with them. But if you can get good at this, there is massive upside. Now, a pro tip for anyone who does this, because I get like hundreds of emails a day in my inbox, is make sure you give the influencer proof that you get your customers' results. If possible, give them proof that other influencers are already working with you, and then also give them an idea of the type of compensation that they could expect if they worked with you. And if you do that right in the first email so you don't waste their time, there's a much higher chance that they're going to respond to you. So yeah, this is another really good one. It's getting bigger and bigger in the creator economy. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10 opportunity score. And speaking of the creator economy, if you want to become a creator yourself, I actually teach people how to grow and make money on YouTube with a hybrid personal brand. And if you're interested in how to do that, I have some free training. You can check it out down in the description and the pinned comment below. And also check out this other video where I go over other really good night shift jobs by clicking right here.